Horse Financial Solutions every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. here on WEEB.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is brought to you by Quality Built Homes, the Sandhills' #1 home builder, developer, and remodeler. With over 1,500 homes built in Moore County, we earn our name every day. Quality Built Homes, 910-944-7453.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Well, since Maureen and I got married, we're in the process of combining 2 houses of stuff into 1 house of stuff, and that's pretty hard to do. I had a garage sale this past week, and it was quite an experience. First, let me say this. No matter how this may sound, I got to meet and talk to some great people this weekend, people who knew, though, that they were at a garage sale. Our sale started at 8 o'clock, and it was inside because we thought it might rain. The doorbell rang at 7:15. It was a guy wanting to come in early. I told him we weren't quite ready yet, but he didn't want me to close the door. He asked me, "Do you have any rare coins in there?" I said, "No." And he asked, "Do you have any old vintage Western pistols?" Vintage Western. Again, I said, "No, sir. This is a garage sale. All we have in here is crap, just a bunch of crap." When people came through, they were, of course, looking for a bargain. And I don't blame them. That's what garage sales are for. I think I had stuff priced pretty low. I had an old pair of Levi blue jeans priced for $0.25. A guy bought them over and asked me if I'd take a dime. I said, "No, sir. I've got to have at least 15 cents to make any money." Actually, I told him, "Yes, I'll sell them to you for a dime." Thank you to all of you who came to the garage sale. I had a good time, and I enjoyed chatting with all of you. One day, you're going to be selling all my stuff at a garage sale. Hope you have a good day. From the Zumwalt Zone.
Clouds are racing out of here and sunshine is moving in. We are going to see highs by the afternoon in the lower 60s. It's shaping up to be a gorgeous day to get outside. But tonight we're down into the mid to upper 30s, feeling like spring tomorrow with temperatures in the low to mid 60s. This warming trend is going to continue. By Wednesday, highs will be in the 70s. Rain arriving again late Thursday into Friday. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Here we go. And the Kansas City Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
But how about those Chiefs?
2 Super Bowls in 4 seasons.
Not man one of y'all said the Chiefs were going to win it, and look at us now. You got to fight for your right.
That girl. Oh, I'm going to make her mine if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That girl. I'm going to make her mine if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Good evening, sweet darling. May I ask your name? You seem to be lonely. Well, don't worry, I'm feeling the same. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination that we should at a time like this. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination. You're something that I just can't miss. That girl. Oh, I'm gonna make a mine if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That girl. I'm gonna make a mine if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? It's been a long time, sweet darling.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back. to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel this morning, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Good morning, Moore County. Hey, if you haven't been out yet, you need to hurry up because the time's a wasting. You're wasting this weather. You need to be outside, get your exercise. You can probably get out there on the golf course. It probably dried off by now, and yeah, get the kids out. It's really nice. All last week, every day in the afternoon, I'm out there walking the dog, and I've got several neighbors with kids, and their kids are outside every day in the afternoon, unless it's pouring rain, of course. But they're always outside, they're always playing, et cetera, and that's what kids ought to be doing, not sitting around the house looking at a television or looking at a phone or a game console or something. So get outside and enjoy the day.
All right. Don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's happening right now from our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. After 2 weeks in YouTube jail, they've let us out again. I never knew why we went in, but...
Well, they're supposed to send you an email and tell you.
I didn't get one. But then I get about 16,000 of them a day, so... Anyway, regardless, we're back up there, so you can check that out. Got the chat room there also. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, if you just want an audio stream by yourself, that's available to YouTube by going to the upper right-hand corner of any of our web pages where it says On the Air, Listen Live. Click that once and you're listening to a broadcast signal that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. It's going to be a nice day today, mostly sunny with a high of 63 tonight, clear and 38 tomorrow, sunshine and 65. Wednesday's even nicer, partly cloudy with a high of 71. Thursday, we'll see some clouds, maybe a scattered shower. Not a big chance of it. Look for a high of 74. Friday, a better chance of showers and a high of 65. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are calm, pressure 2992, 2.33, humidity 78%. It is sunny and 39 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
Oh, it's a groovy situation.
Well, here's something yummy for you, Colonel. Today, this very day, Chick-fil-A announced the test of a one-of-a-kind plant-forward entree, the Chick-fil-A cauliflower sandwich.
Good for them.
Beginning Monday, May 13th, that's today, the sandwich will...
May 13th?
I mean, February 13th.
Oh, all right.
February 13th today, the sandwich will be available in 3 select markets. Don't know what they are, but...
You want to stay out of those markets when you find out.
Yeah, I found that when they changed, like, the pizza crust to cauliflower pizza crust, it tastes like cauliflower.
Yeah, I eat like cauliflower. I mean, it's not that I don't eat it, but I'm not going to make that my main course. That's usually some dipping finger food kind of thing.
Well, you're still going to get the carbs. That's what this is all about.
Oh, okay.
They knock some out, but it's not worth the taste to me. So, I don't know if they're going to offer it in this market here or not. I would guess it'd be more like the New York or L.A. market or something.
Well,
like
L.A. deserves it. San Francisco in particular would deserve it. But, yeah, no, that's all right. I don't, hopefully, well, it's all right. I don't go to Chick-fil-A. I don't go to fast food restaurants for the most part. So, yeah, they can keep that. Yeah, nope. Yeah.
All right.
How about a Brussels sprout sandwich? I think they need a Brussels sprout sandwich.
Yuck.
There you go.
How about a boiled okra sandwich?
And, you know, then they need to put a layer of liver mush in there, and we'll have that delivered to you special.
Yeah. It'll meet the bottom of my trash can, especially. All right, some interesting facts about...
Never had liver mush, huh? That's a Southern delicacy.
Not at my table. And neither are chitlins. Let's see. A few interesting facts about Super Bowl 57. Have you ever wondered how Super Bowl tickets are distributed?
There's no telling now. I mean, you used to be able to just go buy one, but
it's not just a free-for-all on Ticketmaster.
You got to know somebody to get them now, I guess.
Here's how the ticket pie is divided. Both teams, in this case, Kansas City and Philadelphia, got access to 17.5%. The host team, the Arizona Cardinals, got 5%. The remaining 29 teams got 34.8%, or 1.2% each. Oh. And the NFL got the rest, 25%.
Yeah, there you go.
And you figure Roger Goodell scoff them up.
Yeah, that's why you end up with a freak show in the stadium there, because they're handing out tickets to God knows what.
That's why the father and his two sons can't afford to go watch a Super Bowl game.
Exactly.
The NFL spent 2 years preparing the grass for the field at the Super Bowl. Yes, that turf that everyone was slipping on, the grass was grown at a local sod farm in Phoenix. It was installed 2 weeks ago at a cost of $800,000.
And then they painted it like a bunch of dummies. Yeah, there you go. Well, Roger Goodell, stupid.
This year, Mahomes did these four things. He won regular season MVP, won Super Bowl MVP, led the NFL in passing touchdowns, led the NFL in passing yards. Only three players have done in a whole career what Mahomes has done this season. And those are Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Kurt Warner. Mahomes is the first player in NFL history to win multiple championships and multiple league MVPs within his first 6 seasons. Kansas City rookie Isaiah Pacheco and Sky Moore both scored a touchdown. The Chiefs are the second team to have two different rookies score TDs in the Super Bowl, joining the 1985 Bears, who had rookie William Perry and Reggie Phillips score. Now, if you're wondering, the color of the Gatorade shower was purple. Some gambling sites that hosted prop bets gave purple the second longest odds of coming out, behind only the chance that there'd be no Gatorade shower. And a lot of football fans were caught in the middle and watched the Super Bowl without rooting for either team. If you were literally and physically halfway between Kansas City and Philadelphia, well, you'd be in Gettysburg, Ohio. It's a small town of 463 people just northwest of Dayton, Ohio.
And that's important. Why?
Just some trivial.
Just in case you break down halfway between Philly and Kansas City. Huh?
I guess.
Okay.
I guess. I've been watching it's on Fox Nation, the presidents. They've been putting them up like 4 a day. They're like 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, little bios on each one's presidency, how they got there and what they got accomplished. But one thing you come away with is that electing presidents you hear about from the get-go was dirty, underhanded business.
Well, yeah, politics in this country. Yeah, it's from day one it has.
There wasn't any cast your vote, we count them up. No, there was always underhanded games played, and you get to thinking, because nowadays you sit there and you look and you say, man, can it get any nastier than this? Well, it's always been nasty.
Yes. If
Even back then when we
read
started.
a little history, there's been vote buying, underhanded stuff, insults and lies, etc. from day one.
Andrew Johnson, who came one vote away from being impeached,
right?
He paid big money under the table to buy that vote, so it would be no.
Yeah, the one president that probably had the least amount of this kind of garbage done to him was George Washington. And there were still individuals out there, behind the scenes that were wanting to do and say things about George Washington, but they kind of got squashed a little bit. Everybody else, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson put some outrageous comments out there about John Adams, etc. It's been going on forever. That's the whole thing. When you look at, like you're saying, when you look at the media today and you read something, hey, can our legal system be any more unfair? It's always been this way. Yeah. It always has been this way. The media itself, well, the media is supposed to be out there reporting the truth. That's never been true. Most, to be offhand or off the top of my head, I can't think of one publication in this country that was not started as a political voice for one side or the other. It's always been that way. Saturday Evening Post, all of them have been out there, portraying, one side or the other of a political type of argument. And in some cases, it's just blatantly, all these tracts and things that were published during the colonial days, et cetera, right on up till today. And you buy and sell them, and you go from a conservative voice to a liberal voice overnight. It's always been this way.
Yeah. Well, if you ever get the chance to get on Fox Nation, go view the presidents. Like I said, each episode's only 5 to 7 minutes long, so it goes by quick, and you kind of get the continuity of what's going on. All right, some things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid.
And that's what President's Day is next Monday, right? Is that why you're talking about the presidents?
I don't know.
Or it just popped up? But yeah, I think it's the 20th.
It
20th
just popped up in my show notes.
Oh, okay. Well, next Monday is President's Day, or whatever they call it now. They probably some other stupid thing that somebody's trying to change. But you can get out there and read up on that. It's interesting stuff, actually, to find all this background information that that these presidents have gone through, et cetera.
Yeah. Well, I just if we've been having all these fights going on about the underhanded counting of electoral votes and stuff like that for all these years. Yeah. Here's another one. Franklin Pierce, I believe he was born in North Carolina, but he moved to Massachusetts. And he'd been a congressman and a senator before. And they couldn't get enough votes to get anybody on the ticket at the Democratic convention.
Right.
So they called up Pierce, said, would you consider being on the ticket? So he says, yes, under one condition. I'm not going to spend one day campaigning or one penny campaigning. And he won just because he was on the ticket.
Right.
But as karma would have it, on the way up there, because his wife didn't want him to do it, but on his way up to Washington on the train derailed and crushed his kid. And that's when his wife left him.
Mm. Well, the history of our presidential politics is filled with all kinds of vignettes like that, and it is. It kind of makes you wonder when you read some of the things that go on in the background, why anyone would want to run for president. And of course, the reason is money. But it's miserable getting there. It can be a misery.
Well, the Franklin Pierce had two things to say when he heard that she wanted to divorce him. Of course, he came out and said,
How dare you?
There you go.
Is that what he sounded like?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another freak show there.
But then he calmed down. He had this to say. I said he had this to say.
Well.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it is the political thing. It's disappointing in the extreme. Even local stuff, state stuff, federal stuff. It's just it's just nasty garbage.
It is. All right, let's see some things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid. A Philadelphia-based bottling company is ditching the so-called six-pack plastic rings featured in most packs of soda cans and replacing them with fiber-based paper packaging. So they'll break down and not entrap turtles and fish.
Yeah, they keep finding those things around birds' necks, et cetera. And
because they just dump plastic in the ocean by the
sea turtles swallow them. Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of these things that we've done without thinking about other impacts.
Yoo-Hoo announced that they'll be laying off 20% of their staff. I know the one word those employees are going to be saying, and it isn't Yahoo.
Okay.
I said Yoo-Hoo. I should say Yahoo.
All right.
My bad. Tim Allen has confirmed he's returning to Toy Story movie franchise as Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 5. Harrison Ford said he had to shut down all the old jokes in the original script of the next Indiana Jones movie. He didn't want to be referred to as old.
Oh. All right.
A Tennessee woman was arrested after her daughter wrote a story in her kindergarten class about her mother shooting at her father during a fight at home. Yes, children, please sit down and write a story about life at your house. Something interesting.
No, not doing that.
Well, Daddy pulled out his 2023 9mm Glock. Loaded up that bad boy, even though it had a tight spring, and unloaded on her. In Pennsylvania, Gettysburg National Military Park officially say they found an unexploded Civil War artillery shell earlier this month.
Okay.
It was removed and destroyed last week.
There's plenty of them laying out there. I went to Gettysburg College, and they were finding that stuff all over the place. They still do. You could walk the
Does
field.
any of them accidentally go off?
I don't know that they accidentally explode, but you'll have. I used to walk the field. You could walk across the Pickett's Charge thing, where Pickett's Charge took place, and that field, when I was there, would be plowed and it would have some crops in it or something. And if you walked across there, bullets all laying all over the place out there. You're not supposed to pick them up.
With spring break just around the corner, the U.S. State Department has issued a do not travel warning about Mexico. I can understand that.
Yeah, why would you? Well, okay.
Today's impossible question. 2% of people will do this in the month of February.
2% of people would do this in the month of February?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. Roll over and go back to bed?
Take down their Christmas tree.
Oh, people still got their Christmas tree up. Yeah. Okay. Well, if it's, one of those artificial ones, yeah, I could see that. And there are still some people out there with, their lights on in the back, but, okay.
Okay. Let's see here. Here it is. Next little bit of tidbit fun for the Colonel. As we say.
And now it's time for Yes!
Yes! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Or BS.
Don't give me that good booze.
time for another rousing round of Yes or BS, where we'll give the Colonel a statement. He'll tell us why, yes, that's true, or no, that is total BS. Here's number one for you, Colonel. Commercial Valentine cards were first made in the early 1600s.
Early 1600s? Does it give a location like England or? That seems like it's a little too early. I don't know. Well, no, Cupid and all that. That's a Roman thing. So yeah, I guess there's probably something that old.
Should have went with your first gut.
Yeah,
it's false.
And when? Well, you're talking cards.
It was in the early 1800s.
1800s. All right. But yeah, isn't Cupid and all that kind of thing? That's all Roman mythology or something, isn't it?
Got me.
Yeah.
In 2004, Americans spent more than $3.6 billion on Valentine's Day cards.
What year? 2004?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. That's too... Sure, why not?
It is true. Yeah. The Hallmark Company produced its first Valentine in 1931.
Hallmark? Have they been around since 31? I guess. Sure, why not?
When you want to send the very best.
Yeah.
It's false.
Oh well.
In 1913.
Oh, it was actually earlier.
Yeah, it was earlier.
They switched the numbers, 31 and 13, huh? Okay.
They offer over 1,400 different Valentine's Day greeting cards. Yearly, close to 90 million Valentine's cards are exchanged.
90 million? Yearly? Sounds a little light, actually, but yeah, it's probably true.
It is false.
Oh.
It's 10 times that amount, more than 900 million cards.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is the biggest U.S. holiday for sending cards.
Valentine's Day? Sending cards? No, it's Christmas, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. It's false. Christmas is only second to Christmas.
Right, okay.
The Valentine's Day Massacre happened in Detroit in 1929.
No, it was Chicago.
It was. Al Capone and his henchmen murdered 7 members of the George Bugs Moran North Spiders gang in a garage on North Clark Street. The incident forced police authorities to double their efforts in finding enough evidence to arrest the famous Godfather.
He was a nasty dude, that guy. All the way around.
Mm-hmm. Red roses are the most popular flowers to give on Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It is true. Although they may all look the same to the untrained eye, there are actually more than 900 varieties of dark red and medium red roses.
Yeah, and they all look the same to me. That's exactly right. I read up on something about that. It's just amazing. Jacqueminot rose and this rose and that rose. Yeah, okay.
The vast number of red roses sold in the United States are imported from South America.
South America? No, I don't think so.
It's true.
Is it? Really?
Despite that fact, California produces 60% of American roses.
I was going to say, the Rose Bowl and all that, but they still import that much, huh? Okay.
Well, Gavin Newsom taxes there so bad, you can't afford them.
You probably put them out of business. Yeah, you probably can't water your roses now out there. So yeah.
The first photograph of a U.S. president was taken on February 14th.
Oh man, I have no idea. Who was that? It was pre-Lincoln. I can't remember.
This doesn't make sense. It says it's true on February 14th, 1849. Oh, it was taken by Matthew Brady in New York City. President James Polk was the subject of the famous picture.
Okay.
I read Matthew Brady. I said, there's no president named Matthew Brady.
No, he's the famous. Him and Gardner are the 2 big photographers of the Civil War era and pre-Civil War.
What, he and Ansel Adams?
Ansel Adams, yeah. There you go. No, Gardner was the other one.
The first televised tour of the White House was aired on February 14th.
I don't know. Sure, why not? I have no clue.
It was in 1962 with First Lady Jackie Kennedy hosting the hour.
Good for her.
Isn't that special? All right, and finally, from our Did You Know category, electronics are the number one item left behind in hotels, followed by...
So electronics and, I don't know, probably some kind of clothing or something.
Stuffed animals.
Oh, stuffed animal.
Almost half the people polled.
I travel with my stuffed animal. Yeah, I've forgotten it a few times.
Say they're too embarrassed to do crunches in public.
What's this now? Doing crunches in public?
Yeah. Like at a gym or something.
Well, I don't know.
Amtrak has lost money each of the 50 years it has existed.
I believe that's true.
It is true. Every day, in the U.S., how many bicycle riders are injured riding into an open door from a car?
Oh, man, a lot. That is one of the, I don't know. It's a lot. I have no clue how many, but
5.
That's it? Yeah. Only 5 hit by an open door? Woo, yeah. Man, I've had a few close calls that way.
The rest of them got run over, I guess.
Huh, that seems kind of late.
Flat.
I bet you a lot of them go unreported. Because if you're in a busy place with parallel parking, I mean, I've been victimized by that.
I just say, get your toy off the road, boy.
Yeah, well, it's what that rearview mirror's for. You're supposed to look before you throw that door open.
Getting hit by a foul ball happens to Major League Baseball fans over 1,700 times each season. That's true.
Yeah, I believe that.
All right, and so it goes for this Monday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow for a titillating Tuesday. Until then, be sure to support the advertisers you hear on WEEB. They're the core of our economic existence here in Moore County. When they stay strong with business, our economy does better, and any recession that may come along will be minimal compared to everybody else. So shop local, stay local. And if you are looking to increase your business during slower times, well, we're the answer for that. I promise you, we can put the customers in your business. And I got a real promise for you. If you want to see it, I'll put 50 in there in 30 minutes. Just ask me how. All right, that's it. The Leader Man, Nick and Colt the dog. We'll see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the dog park.
When I come back, you'd better be laughing.